Suddenly, the lights went up, the music went off, and they were like, "The dwarves have to leave," over the loudspeaker. Happy New Year, people. What is going on? In fact, it's not New Year's just yet, man. It's New Year's Eve, counting down the hours to New Year's Day. Wow. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff here. I hope you guys had a great, healthy year. I hope you have a fantastic 2022. I'm going to be right here alongside you for the ride, and I can't wait to see what's in store for all of us. Hopefully, fantastic, good things as always. Listen, I got to say it again. I think I say it a lot, but I so appreciate all of you who listen, who watch here on YouTube, or who listen through wherever you get your podcasts. It really means a lot. I'm grateful to be doing this show and to be putting, these episodes out there, whether it's the regular Roadie Free Radio interviews, the Roadie Free Radio rewinds, or this special series, Hell on Wheels, every Friday. It's been a blast to do the last few months. We got a few months more to go, plenty more good stories, and I wouldn't be doing it if you guys weren't into it. So thank you so much for everything. It's really a blessing to be able to do what I do and to make it happen. So with that being said, this week's story on Hell on Wheels, a tour story compilation by Greg Jacobs, is about a band called the Dwarves. Now, if you want to pick up this version of the book, you can by using the Amazon link in the description. It will be a used copy. Someone out there has one for sale. I can guarantee it. Or if you want to wait just a few more months, sometime this spring 2022, I don't have the exact date yet, University of Hell Press will be putting out an updated edition of this book with a brand new bunch of stories that Greg did. So up to you. You can get the old one and the new one, whatever you want to do, but just know that it's out there. So I also have to thank and give my appreciation to One of One Productions, the podcast solutions company, for sponsoring this awesome series of Hell on Wheels, for lending me this microphone, the Lewitt LCT 440 Pure microphone, a great little mic. It's done fantastically well for this show, and I think you should check one out over at oneofoneproductions.com. You can use the link in the description to get there. They've got everything from microphones, storage solutions, recording solutions, interfaces, headphones, sweatshirts like this bad boy I'm wearing right here. They also have tube socks, old school, classic 1980s tube socks, if you want to get a pair of those. Great people. Happy New Year, Fela and Dennis, if you're watching. I appreciate everything. And anyway, use the code ROADIEFREE when you check out over at oneofoneproductions.com. Let's get to it, because I know you guys have a bunch of cool New Year's plans out there. And let's read this thing. Now, quick little disclaimer. There's some stuff in here that we here at Roadie Free Radio do not condone against women, all right? You'll know it when we get there, and I'll call it out at the end again, but just so you know, disclaimer, I'm going to read this story because it's in the book, and it happened, it's history, it's out there, but this is something we do not condone here. We're a peaceful bunch here at Roadie Free Radio. The Dwarves, told by Blag Jesus, who was interviewed by Greg Jacobs over the phone, May 26th, 1993. Blag. We were in Switzerland with the Super Suckers and Reverend Horton Heat, and there was a big bunch of us all going around when we played this show. People got kind of pissed off. They didn't really do anything, but then after the show, this one person took us to a disco. When we got there, we noticed that all the people who were in there, we noticed that, that they had been running the club. Everybody in there had been running the club, so everyone looked around really weird when we came in. We were out on the dance floor, like dancing around, and suddenly the lights went up, all the music went off, and over the loudspeaker we heard, "The dwarves have to leave." And we were like, fuck. We just thought it was kind of funny, and we were giving them shit. Then the Super Suckers started scuffling with some of the guys. Everything got really hectic, and everyone started running around. Somebody from one of the groups put a big milk crate through a plate glass window of the place. It sounded like a huge gunshot. There was a bang. Everybody stopped and we took off running. We ran back to the bus and told them to drive on to France. We had to get the fuck out of Switzerland because there was going to be some shit. New Jersey. I took acid in New Jersey and we played this show, and Vag Moore went really crazy. Everyone was fighting around and there weren't that many people and we weren't that happy about it. All these East Coasty type people were standing there being weird and I was all hippie trippy and I didn't care. All this shit was going down. But Vag Moore bashed out all these lights. A security guy got up and grabbed Vag's drums and threw them at him. We got all this on film. He threw his floor tom, his tom-tom at him from the back and it smashed into him. Then Crash Landon came out and started attacking him. That was the weirdest one, getting attacked by his own drum set. I didn't even realize it was going on. I was looking at the deli tray for inner meaning. The dirtiest stories are the fuck stories, but I can't. Just in case there are any illegitimate children, it's tough to really elaborate on them. But see, I can't puss out as much as the other bands. All right, here we go. One time we were in Lawrence playing with Unrest and a certain band with a notoriously skanky chick in it who lives in New York. I had never met her before and everyone on the tour just hated these guys. I guess Unrest and this band were driving around in a station wagon for 5 weeks just stinking drunk. They were pretty nasty by then. It was Halloween and everyone was frying. I saw her fighting with her boyfriend. I started laughing and walked over there. I was wearing this see-through leotard to play in, and I asked her to help me put it on. She was like, okay. So we went in our van, and just immediately, 30 seconds after I met her, I'm fucking her in the van. I came immediately. It was really nauseating after 30 seconds. Her boyfriend is banging on the door of the van. I just throw her off me. She doesn't realize I'm through yet. I open up the van door. He grabs her, throws her on the ground, and starts punching her. And he's yelling, "You bitch, you bitch." They were in the van together. I just pushed them out of the car and left, went on my way, and did the show. Later on, we were eavesdropping on their conversation. She was saying, "Well, I just wanted something real." That's probably the best story I can think of offhand. All right, so the Dwarves. I mean, fantastic little band, but the punching of the girl, we don't condone that here. So I just want to put that out there, not thinking that's cool. But hey, the boyfriend sounds like a fucking asshole. Oh! So hopefully he got eventually what was coming to him. Anyway, guys, having said that, Happy New Year to you. Be safe out there, all right? It's crazy time. It's amateur night out there on New Year's Eve. So I love you. Peace on you. Thank you so much. Again, if you want to support a crew member out there, you can. We're going to keep doing this for the rest of this series. If you head over to roadiefreeradio.com and pick up a sticker, a button, or a magnet, a portion of those proceeds will go to musiccares.org or roadiecare.com to help a crew member out in need. Do it. It's going to feel good. Happy New Year. I hope all good things come to all of you out there listening and watching. Thank you so much for this awesome opportunity. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you down the road.